Understanding the mysterious East, interpreting the timeless classics. Welcome to Mysterious East.
Mysterious East, reading the classics of Chinese civilization. Today, we continue the story of Water Margin. In the previous chapter, we witnessed the devastating course of the Fangla campaign. One by one, the heroes of Liangshan disappeared from the battlefield. Wu Song lost his arm, countless brothers lost their lives, and the dream that once united Liangshan was beginning to collapse. Yet the greatest tragedy had not yet arrived, because surviving the war was not the same as surviving the empire. When the campaign finally ended, only a small fraction of Liangshan's heroes remained alive. Of the original 108 stars, only 27 principal heroes survived. More than two-thirds of the Brotherhood had been buried beneath the soil of Jiangnan. The rewards eventually arrived. Song Zhong received an official appointment. The surviving heroes received titles and recognition. At first glance, Song Zhong's lifelong dream seemed complete. The outlaws had become officials, the rebels had become servants of the empire. But history rarely rewards those who once challenged power. Powerful officials within the court had never forgotten Liangshan's past. To them, these men were not heroes, they were former rebels. And former rebels are useful only until they become inconvenient. Soon, poisoned wine arrived. Song Zhong drank it without suspicion. Only after unbearable pain spread through his body did he realize the truth. The empire he had served had finally decided to remove him. Then Song Zhong thought of Li Kui. He feared that after his death, Li Kui would rebel against the court. More importantly, he feared that such a rebellion would destroy the reputation of loyalty he had spent his entire life pursuing. So he summoned Li Kui, and he gave him poisoned wine as well. When Li Kui learned the truth, he did not resist. The most feared warrior of Liangshan, the gentlest part of his heart. He accepted his fate, because his loyalty to Song Zhong had never wavered. Even at the moment of death, yet amid all this darkness, Shinion leaves us one final light. That light belongs to Lu Zishan. After the Fangla campaign, Lu Zishan settled at Liu Temple in Hangzhou. One night, he heard the roar of the Qianting River tide. At first, he believed war drums were sounding once again. He reached for his staff and prepared for battle. Then an old monk explained that the sound came not from armies, but from the tide itself. In that moment, Lu Zishan remembered the prophecy given to him long ago by his master. The signs had finally been fulfilled. Everything that had been foretold had come to pass. For the first time in his life, Lu Zishan understood. His journey was complete. He felt neither sadness nor regret. He bathed. He changed his clothes. He composed a final verse. Then he sat peacefully and left the world behind. Among all the heroes of Liangshan, Lu Zishan appears to have found the most peaceful ending. He spent his life helping strangers. He fought injustice wherever he found it. And in the end, he achieved something that power, wealth, and victory could never provide: peace. Looking back upon the entire story, what is Water Margin truly about? It is about Lin Chong's entrance until entrance became impossible. It is about Wu Song's belief that violence could answer violence. It is about Song Zhong's ambitions, calculations, and contradictions. It is about Lu Zishan's compassion and awakening. But more than anything, it is a mirror. A mirror reflecting how power can corrupt justice. A mirror showing how the absence of law transforms society into a wilderness. A mirror revealing how ordinary people struggle against forces far greater than themselves. The heroes of Liangshan were flawed. Their rebellion carried limitations. Their choices often led to tragedy. Yet their determination continues to resonate across centuries. Because beneath every battle lies a timeless human desire. The desire for fairness. The desire for dignity. The desire to resist injustice. That is why Water Margin has endured. Not because of its fights, not because of its heroes, but because it speaks to something deeper within the human spirit. The story may end, but the questions it asks never truly disappear. End.